Now, it's set to be one of the most spectacular weddings the United States have ever seen, with a star-studded guest list and rumours that it's cost £3 million.
Later today, Chelsea Clinton will tie the knot with her long-term boyfriend Marc Mezvinsky, and for many Americans it's the equivalent of a royal marriage. Gloria Riviera from ABC and wedding planner Mark Niemierko are both here. Very good morning to you. Now then, give us a sense, Gloria, of how big this is in American wedding sort of scales.
It's right there at the very top. You know, we don't have a royal family, and so the first family sort of becomes our closest thing. And I think more importantly in this particular wedding, you know, Chelsea Clinton, people have a soft spot in their heart for Chelsea Clinton because they watched her go from this gawky teenager, frizzy hair, braces, and she really had a story in which she sort of turned into a swan. And the Clintons like to do things very big when they have the chance, and this is certainly a chance to do something very big.
But Chelsea is determined to keep a lot of this quite secret. Mark, what do you think? What are you expecting from this? Because I think a figure has been bandied around about £3 million. Is that a ridiculous amount, or are you not surprised?
Not surprised, really, when you look at the scale of what her parents are worth. And really, it's quite easy to spend that on a wedding, you know. Sounds crazy.
Really?
But when you've got 400 people and you've got dignitaries coming and guests that are used to going to that kind of event and eating at fabulous restaurants all the time, you've really got to put something on to wow them, and a spectacle, really.
Inevitably, Gloria, a fascination with the guest list. And we know that President Obama is not going. He was questioned about it just the other day, wasn't he, on a chat show, and he said, you know, another president's just what you don't need. So who are the any surprises, and who are the names people will know?
Well, the names we're hearing are names like Oprah Winfrey, Steven Spielberg, but, you know, Oprah Winfrey is on every rumored VIP guest list for every party in the world. And the key thing here is that Chelsea has said, and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has confirmed, that all of the guests must have a connection to either the bride or the groom. Now, Chelsea could have a connection to a lot of big names. You know, I'm looking to see if Donatella Versace will show up, because she was key in Chelsea's makeover about 8 years ago when she was seated front row at the Versace show. You know, her hair, her makeup, perfect. We'd never seen Chelsea like that. Someone like that would have a connection. She could be there. Other than that, big political names in the Democratic Party.
It's funny, we're watching some of the sort of transformation you're talking about then, some of the older images and some of the newer stuff like that. It's quite a massive change.
No, for sure. She looks amazing. And apparently she's either wearing Vera Wang or Oscar de la Renta, two big bridal fashion names. And, you know, I'm sure she'll look incredible on her day.
Having grown up in the limelight, as we've seen, it's not really surprising she wants to keep this private, can she?
Well, you know, it's funny because there's been a lot of talk about how she wants to keep it very private, but she's getting married 2 hours out of New York City. It's not exactly a difficult location for paparazzi to get to.
Yeah, but with all of that as well, there's politics with every wedding, and parents get involved, and you know, so I'm sure you always, with my clients, I always see that a bride wants a certain thing, and then maybe perhaps the father wants something else, or even a sister or the groom. So there's always feuding, and you have to bring it all together. Really.
Can you imagine the kind of dynamics that must be banging around in that particular wedding planning operation?
It's incredible.
The two, arguably the most the pairing, as in the Clinton mum and dad, arguably the most sort of powerful couple in the world, to a degree.
Absolutely,
and
for sure.
The guest list was described not as A-list, but as triple insider A-list. So these are the people that will be sort of strutting around Washington and New York afterwards with their insider information on the wedding.
All sworn to secrecy? Are there do you know about that?
Sworn to secrecy. Well, it's almost unspoken. Such loyalty is elicited from the Clintons, and you've heard things from people who would say, "I'd love to tell you about it, but you know that I wouldn't be going." So clearly, going is the priority, and if it means keeping your mouth zipped, they'll do it.
Gloria Riviera, Mark Niemierko, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you both very much.